It's not unusual to buy some souvenirs to remember a visit to a museum. But now, these remembrances of things past are becoming increasingly available to more everyday shoppers. This pop-up store, known as the Museum Regeneration Factory, is selling products licensed from 5 of the world's most famous museums: the British Museum, New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art, London's Victoria and Albert, Boston's Museum of Fine Arts, and the UK's National Gallery.
They're interesting, especially the designs. They combine art with fashion, and I'd much rather buy something with artistic value from a museum than just some commercial thing.
I've bought stationeries and cups from the British Museum. They're different from regular commercial items. They have strong cultural elements, real treasures. I'm showing my respect for the art when I use them, and the prices are more reasonable than a lot of the big brands.
Located in the Shimao Festival City on Shanghai's Nanjing Road, the pop-up store is run by Affilo Brands, a company which holds licensing rights from several international art, cultural, and entertainment institutions. It's been open less than a month, but has already had 50,000 visitors. In addition to its pop-up shops, the company is now running online stores in China for leading global museums like the British Museum and the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
It's natural for international museum art to become popular in China, thanks to young Chinese. They have an international outlook from studying abroad, traveling, and online experiences. They just naturally have a feel for different cultures.
And the museums themselves have been figuring out how to benefit from this kind of broadening interest in historic culture. The British Museum, for example, charges no entrance fees, but instead saw its merchandise revenue reach $200 million in 2015. The Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York had retail sales of almost $86 million between 2018 and 2019. Museums in other countries have been very good at developing cultural products to boost their income, and museums in China have now caught on to the idea too. 4 years ago, the National Museum of China already made more than 1.5 billion yuan from its cultural souvenirs, and it has continued regularly making new ideas ever since.
The museum IP can be used more in other entertainment things, such like the e-sports and the TV series, and also to collaborate the TV drama that can attract more wider target consumers, not only to focus on their existing category product, but the museum can expand their collaboration more wider.
And with the world still dealing with COVID-19 precautions, a significant part of all museums' revenues could continue coming from sources like this. Alibaba says almost 9 million people bought museum-sourced products on its e-commerce platforms in 2019, 4 times the number who did so in 2017. Customers born in the 1990s accounted for more than half of the purchasers, signs of a good future for the products of the past. 张世璇 Money Talks.